Morning people, it is the day one off-road. It's where the race really begins. So it's 8 o'clock. We're gonna head off in about 10 minutes to ride to the start line, and then it's 71 k's from there. No service point, just a refuel point, 33 k's in. We've got our GPSs, going to set them up now because I'm going to dash on this bike, so I'm going to set it up so I see how many k's I've done, and yeah, and then we head off. So let's head to the start line.
Alright viewers, just on the way to the start line. They just give us a liaison track to follow, so we do our own thing. Temperature's quite nice, probably just below 20, but it's going to be hot today. Hopefully we'll be up in the mountains for most of the day, a bit cooler. The dash is going to be crazy for me and Brucey because we're going to ride together. We come here as a team sort of thing. We don't need to ride together, they just add the times up, but it's why we've sort of done it, because we like riding together. Must remember to keep to the right hand side of the road, which I often forget. And yeah, we'll see you at the start line.
Alright then, let's start this monster, see if we can finish a day of expert class. I think for these vids I let some of the footage play for a while. There's a few of you guys that are keen for this race and want to see what the tracks are like. I'll jump in and out with a voiceover here and there. I'll try and keep it short, but I wanted to do a day-to-day episode because, well, there's some stories to tell over the next 4 days. This is where the fun starts, sports fans. I cannot wait for this navigation test. Will I be as enthusiastic at the end of today, I wonder? Well, we'll wait and see. We didn't get off to the best starts with 3 wrong turns in the first 3 corners. There's many ways to get out of this track area and we tried every one. Eventually we found the right track on the GPS, and it didn't take long to find the first little hill. There was a little bit of traffic on there, but another clean run at it and it was all good to go. The hills had started and we were in for the big day. The bike feels good, no changes from yesterday, we are good to go. We all waited our turn to get up this particularly rutty climb. We could hear all the 2-strokes in the background screaming. This was going to be the first challenge. I didn't get too far on the first attempt and started a switchback up there, and Chris, the only other British guy in the race, came over asking for some gaffer tape to hold his finger together. He had caught it on a tree while he was doing some switchbacks and sliced it right to the bone. We wrapped it up as best we could so he could still get his glove on. It was the end of the day for Chris. An interesting visit to a Bulgarian hospital was on the cards.
Cheers, boss. I'll see you later.
Okay, back on the steel horses for me and Brucey, and we're going to settle in for what will be a very long day. Let's get into the 6 days crazy job in Bulgaria. I still can't believe I'm racing in Bulgaria. Madness.
Yeah, if that's the worst thing that happens today, then be happy, man.
Here we had the first little technical issue on Brucey's bike. Some adjustments required to his GPS, and well, he couldn't have picked the nicest spot for it, to be fair.
Not a bad place for a breakdown.
Looking at the GPS, I could see that the first day's track was in a really small, tight area, just up and down the same mountain, in and out of the tree line all day. Could be an interesting navigation day. Alright, so switching back and forth here between my camera and Brucey's camera. We're getting lost, we're overshooting corners and helping each other with the navigation. It's really challenging for me, and I'm pretty good at the GPS, so it must be really tough for Brucey.
Right.
But the system's working well with the second rider finding the turn once the first rider realises he's overshot it, and then we swap back positions for the next corner. This is definitely not like Romania. You really need to look at the GPS in this race. There's hardly any markings, just maybe a few as you go back into the tree line, and that's it. I love this stuff. It puts another spin on the race. We got to the first real steep downhill of the day. I thought Romania hills were bad, but these are mad. Bulldogging, pushing, jumping on and off the bikes. It was tough, and I burnt lots of energy. At least the views were awesome. After what seemed like a lifetime, we finally got down to the bottom of the hill. But we all know what that means, don't we? We've got to go back up again.
Oh, fuck, there's the track.
We were only on the forest road for a few hundred meters before we turned back up into a gnarly gully that would almost end me. It went on and on, but it was an amazing climb up there. As you can see, me and Brucey having lots of fun. I'll let you watch it, but I've edited out a lot of the chainsaw action along with the heavy breathing and the tears.
It's nice.
Check out the bits of bike everywhere up here. There's been some carnage up here this morning. Brucey here showing us how it's done, chugging up here real nicely, saving and conserving that energy for the rest of the day. As there's only about 30 of us in this expert class, the track is still super fresh and challenging with the loose rocks still there. If this was Romaniacs, it would be clean as by now from the hundreds of bikes that would have rode over it before us. I'm not sure where this dude came from. He must have slept in or something, because we didn't overtake anyone, I can assure you, and we started off last, so he must have had some issues early on. We kept on trucking with many rest stops, wondering where the top was. Jesus, this thing went on forever. There was nothing impossible, even at our, sort of low level, but it was just relentless. No brakes to rest the arms, but we love it. Kept getting to what we thought was the top, and then it would just go back down again. They were teasing us. Eventually we got to a logging track and maybe a little rest at least.
Just epic. Some of the best tracks I've ever ridden. Unreal. Brucey's struggling, cramping up, but he's plodding along. Got about 5 k's left to the service point. Well, it's not really a service point, it's just refuel, but see how Brucey is there. Come on, Brucey. Easy.
Well, it wasn't much of a rest. Straight into a shortcut between the logging tracks, and this one was a ripper little climb. I'll let you watch this one.
decent. That was mega. Oh, I love that. Hopefully Brucey will be okay.
I got to the top loving it after zigzagging up that hill, but little did I know Brucey was not having a good time. His cramps were well and truly setting, and even after lots of cramp fix powders and pickle juice, and he was really struggling. So after a decent rest we got going again and hoped the tracks would open up for a bit of a rest for him, and they did this time. We were above the tree line and enjoying the views a while before going back into the forest, just searching for this service point.
Oh well, I recognise this place. So they put one danger point in the whole track today on the Facebook post. And like, we've done many places that probably should have had danger points. We haven't even got there yet, so this one must mean death if you don't take your time. Probably have to drop your bike off something, I don't know. Just said steep descent from old abandoned road. It's coming up in a couple of Ks. So we've done just over 30 Ks. So not even halfway yet. Definitely not going to make the day, but sort of didn't expect to really. Just been epic though. Tracks. Oh my god. Thought Romania was good till I come here. Romania is good, but this is a different kind of good. I don't know how else to put it.
We were getting close and we got to the only marked danger point on the GPS for the day. It was crazy. After many points that we could easily have died today, this little drop off was the only one that was marked danger.
I think they should have a danger sign for that one.
Now this little downhill was up there with one of the steepest I've dared to try and ride. Only because there was heaps of runoff on the left and right if I needed to bail out, but she was steep. You know it's decent when the gravel that you're scraping overtakes you as you go down.
Hi, English? Do you speak English or?
There was some guy behind us shouting at us not to go down, I think, but well, he didn't speak English and I don't speak a word of Bulgarian, so he just left us to it. We eventually found the refuel / checkpoint. The guys topped us up, ready for the trip home. Let me explain what happened during the outro, and I will catch you in the next episode where we go into day 2 off-road in the Bulgarian 6 days crazy job. See ya.
So we got to the service point, 33 Ks in, and they said, oh, the second half is much harder than the first half. Brucey's cramping up pretty bad, so we're heading back now on the service roads to the finish line. And that's us done for the day. What a day. The track's unbelievable. We did every bit of track up to that point. Wasn't that bad. We didn't have to go back and do any hills again, or no, we just zigzagged our way up. It's all good, just, you know, we can't do it fast enough, that's all, but we'd rather do that than have like an easy day, you know what I mean? I'll check with you later on. Alright people, we just got back to the hotel. Get some better light view. Yeah, so you would have probably heard that we didn't time out. I mean, there's no official time out on this thing, I don't think anyway. But they just said, oh, if it's taking you this long to get a service point, which is like halfway for the day, then, you know, you're not going to get back in time for the second half, because the second half is harder. But no regrets, we did that expert class and we had the best ride, eh Brucey?
Yeah, it was awesome.
We actually did everything. I don't even think we had 2 goes at anything, did we? We did everything first time. We just a bit slow, that's all. So, you know, you couldn't, we'd have rests on the top of hills and stuff, and so good. The tracks out there, as you would have seen on the video, unbelievable. The creeks, the rocks, the hills. Oh my God, the hills. They just keep on going. I thought Romania hills were nuts, but I don't know. So good, so much grip as well, no problems there. Yeah, so no regrets. We haven't decided what to do yet, whether to do the same thing again, see how far we get in expert class, or drop down to standard, which attracts a bit easier, and then maybe finish the whole day. We sort of probably, you know, we prefer the harder stuff and less Ks, so we'll see. We haven't decided yet, but yeah, jump in the pool now. Brucey had some cramps today, so we're going to get some electrolytes into him and hopefully fix that up for tomorrow. What a day. Loved it. 6 days crazy job. Oh, what an event.